Hi guys, what's going on? It's DFX. Welcome back to the channel. So, last week I kind of briefly, in my video, my pin collection, I went briefly into some of my Star Trek cosplays. Well, I have several other cosplays, some Star Trek related, some aren't. I've done some reveals, but some I haven't. So, this video, I'm going to show you some of the other cosplays I have in my collection. Let's get into it. Okay, I don't know really how the best way to show you all these, because I have quite a few cosplays here, but we're gonna, I keep them in several garment bags that I've collected over the years. Like I said, some of these you may have seen before on some reveals I do, and I'll leave a playlist of all my cosplay reveals that I've done here on the channel. But yeah, let's open these one at a time. I'll show you which ones I have. Let's do this. Okay, this very first cosplay, it's one I haven't worn in quite a while. I think the last time I wore it was Colorado Springs Comic-Con 2023, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But it's my Orville cosplay. There it is. Really, this was kind of one of my first actual made to order cosplays that I ever did. I ordered online. I found a company via I think it was someplace in China. I don't really know the specifics, but yeah, my Orville cosplay right here. I feel like I'm gonna bring this out of retirement down the road. But yeah, it's got, somebody 3D printed me the command or the lieutenant arm shoulder plate things. I got this. Hulu was selling these when the Orville was on Hulu. They were selling these. This is an operations pin. But yeah, there's one of my cosplays. Like I said, I'll show you I have a playlist reveal that you can see. But yeah, here's my Orville cosplay. As I'm diving more into this garment bag, I'm realizing that this is my actual, I've done a Men in Black cosplay before. This is my Men in Black suit. Yeah, so that is all that's in this garment bag. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, up next, a very familiar cosplay. Probably one of the first things I've ever actually cosplayed as is my future Back to the Future Marty McFly 2015 outfit. Let me show you that. So here's the red undershirt. So kind of simple like that. And the actual jacket. Used to be able to talk, but it's been a long time since I've even had batteries in it. So there's that. You guys also know that I do have replica Nike Air Mags that were worn in Back to the Future Part 2. I haven't really worn those. I've had knockoffs, which were made by Universal Studios, but occasionally I've pulled out the actual Nike Air Mags that I have. Like I said, they're replicas, so they're not really they look exactly like the shoe that Marty wore in the future. So that's also part of this ensemble. But I've since then done a 1955 outfit that Marty wore when he went back in time from the alternate 1985. I'll show you that. So here is the actual, it's a similar jacket. I think it's about identical to the jacket Marty wore in 1955 when he went back to prevent Biff from getting the sports almanac. But yeah, I also have a little fedora that matches that, and then I wear that red shirt underneath as well. And I also have some Nike tennis shoes that are actually made by me. Nike had a little program back gosh, I want to say 2015, where you could actually make replica pairs of Nikes. They're not the Nike Bruins, but they look very similar. But yeah, so that's really cool. But yeah, I haven't worn this one too often, but I think I might pull this out of retirement too, because I always like the look that Marty had in 1955 when he came back to prevent Biff from getting the almanac. So moving on. Okay, moving on to a costume from Star Trek that I did not show you in my last video. This is an Anvos Star Trek Beyond outfit that I got on clearance because the company was closing. I already had the little pin, but it's not a fan set pin. But yeah, this was from Star Trek Beyond, the final Calvin movie, unfortunately. But yeah, I've only worn this maybe once or twice. But if I ever wanted to go this route, this is another Star Trek outfit that I could totally rock. And of course, I do have a Ghostbuster flight suit. Yeah, and it's the whole width of the garment bag. But you know, some of you guys know out there that I do have a proton pack and ghost trap and stuff that I got from Hasbro HasLabs. I have yet to actually wear all that together. I did do a reveal a couple years ago when the Splankler Proton Pack did come out. That's going to be up on the channel. Like I said, I'm going to do a link to totally all my reveals of my cosplays here. But guys, yeah, so far, those are all the ones you have seen. Now, we're going to get into something different. I have 3 actual outfits that you may or may not have seen. I'll show you those. Okay, first, a little backstory on this unrevealed cosplay that I've had for years. Some people have seen me in, but I just wanted to let you know, I don't know if any of you out there have ever heard of the show ER. It was a 90s medical drama that was on NBC for 15 seasons. This cosplay that I'm going to show you, I pulled off because years ago, I think it was 2009, I want to say 9 or maybe 8 or 9, I went out. I have friends out in California that they had a friend that could get us on the Warner Brothers studio tour. Now it's a typical studio tour. You guys can like pay money and go on, and they show you like the back lots and whatnot. But at that time, really big show was ER. And a lot of people at that time thought I looked like Anthony Edwards. He was Goose in Top Gun. And a lot of people just thought I looked like him. And the cool thing about this, and not many people know this story, we got to eat in the commissary where a lot of the stars and actors and actresses eat on their breaks while they're filming stuff at the studio. And probably the coolest thing that ever happened, I didn't get to really interact with him, but while we were eating, Anthony Edwards and his kids were having lunch. They were eating ice cream or something, but I got to see Anthony Edwards from afar. Really cool moment for me. But as that progressed, one of the things I picked up was a set of ER scrubs from the show, and it has the logo on it, ER. And well, that turned into a major cosplay for me later on here when I met Alex Kingston. A lot of people know her as River Song. I think that's her name on Doctor Who. I'm sorry, I kind of spaced that, but I met her and got her autograph, but I didn't get an actual like Doctor Who autograph. I got her as her ER character, Dr. Elizabeth Corday, who in turn married the character Dr. Green on the show. So I rocked the Dr. Green cosplay, and I still have it. I got the stethoscope and whatnot. And it was really cool. The interaction I had with her was, if a lot of you may or may not know this, it's a really good show. I recommend it if you've never seen ER. Go out and watch it. It's on HBO Max, and I think it's also on Hulu actually still. But Dr. Green, spoiler, I guess, does pass away in this series, and that was a way to write Anthony Edwards off the show because he was ready to move on to do other stuff. But I pulled off Dr. Green, and a lot of people, when I was in line for this photo, they're like, "Holy cow, you went that route instead of doing something from Doctor Who." And a lot of people thought I looked like Dr. Green because I was wearing the outfit, the scrubs and the coat and the stethoscope. But yeah, so yeah. But again, that was just kind of an interesting on a side note. But I still had that cosplay too. And yeah, I think I'm going to do a full reveal. Stay tuned. Right now. So here it is. Me as Dr. Green from the NBC show ER. It's been a long time since I've worn this outfit, but as you guys can see, I have the scrubs, the stethoscope. Really cool thing I found on, I think it was eBay. I actually found an actual identification badge of Mark Green. And there's Anthony Edwards and his title and stuff from County General Hospital. But yeah, and like I said, these are property of ER County General, which was the fictitious hospital on ER. But yeah, I haven't worn this, gosh, I want to say probably 10 years maybe, 10, 15 years maybe. But yeah, really cool thing also about this outfit, I wore it one other time, and it's when I met actress Ming-Na. She played Dr. Chen on ER, but you guys also know her. She played May, the Cavalry on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's been Fennec Wynn, I think, Fennec something or other, in the Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, I also got to meet her I was rocking the Dr. Green outfit here too. But yeah, she actually was the one who pulled the stethoscope off me and did that. And then here's her autograph as well. But yeah, kind of sorry for the reflection there. But yeah, little flashback cosplay. Probably one of the first times, other than my Back to the Future stuff, they actually cosplayed something other than Star Trek stuff. So always thought this was a cool cosplay. Always loved the show ER. Go check it out. I loved it. But yeah, Dr. Green. Okay, up here next. I did this costume, I think, one time, and it didn't really turn out the way I thought it was going to. I didn't really have a proper wig. I needed a wig for this, and I still don't have a proper wig for it. So this is a tentative version of, and I'll give you a little backstory. A lot of you out there know that I'm a big fan of wrestling. I'm rocking some Sting gear today. But a costume I tried to pull off years ago, just because I wanted to do something different, was the legend, the icon Sting. He's, WCW, AEW, TNA, WWE. But I met him many years ago, back at Colorado Springs Comic-Con. I think it was 2018 or 19. I think it was right before the pandemic, when he was still in WWE and had just got his Hall of Fame induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. I still think that whole time he was in WWE was not a really good career move for him, but he made up for it in AEW, and went out in a good way. But okay, guys, give me your thoughts on this next costume. Like I said, I took several years to try to find certain items. This is the kind of the look I came up with. It was probably not, like I said, not my best cosplay, but let me show you the man, the myth, the icon known as Sting. My version. So here I am, Stinger. Woo! No, you know, I like this. I got a wiffle ball bat, Louisville Slugger, rocking some AEW Sting gear, like this, one of his shirts that he had. The mask is actually from a TNA action figure slash mask 2-pack that he did when he was in the company. I don't know. What do you guys think? If I had a little wig, a little long-haired wig, black wig, I might pull this off again at a different time. But he was always doing this in WCW, and pointing his bat, whatnot. But yep, this is my version of Sting. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like I said, it's probably not. I do actually have some boots as well, but for this purpose, I just thought I'd show you the main costume here. But my version of Sting, let me know what you think in the comments below. And I got one more costume to show you guys that I just came up with like a couple months back, but I haven't really pulled anything off yet. Let me show you that. And finally here, this is probably the debut of this cosplay. I haven't really found an opportunity to wear it yet, but it is another wrestler, probably one of my favorite wrestlers currently in AEW. It's Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. I know, simple, plain Jane, but really cool. My wife actually got me this jacket. AEW had it on their site. That's all embroidered, stitching on the back of the Orange Cassidy's thumb. And then I got the whatever shirt. I know, simple, but yeah, just really simple kind of cosplay. And if I ever go to another AEW show, I'll probably be wearing this. But guys, I want to thank you for joining me on this, flashback history trip through a lot of my cosplays and future cosplay. Got more cosplays on the way as I get ready to go back to my, a few other Star Trek cosplays that are kind of new. I'll show those and do reveals and unboxings when they get here. But guys, until next time, live long and prosper. Whatever. Thanks for watching.